Greetings and welcome. Today we'll learn about polyhedron. The word polyhedron comes from the Greek origin. Poly means many and hedron means face. So a polyhedron has many faces or surfaces, and it is a three-dimensional figure bounded by some polygonal regions or bounded by polygons. This is a polyhedron, and this is made up of some polygons like polygon A, B, C, D. This one A, B, C, D is a polygon. Then again A, B, E is a polygon. Similarly, another triangle or polygon is B, C, E. That is another polygon, and that is also a triangle C, D, E, and also the triangle DAE. So there are total of 4 triangles and 1 rectangle. So all these are polygon, and so this is a polyhedron according to the definition of polyhedron. A polyhedron is made up of polygons only. Examples are cube, cuboid, prism, pyramid. These are some examples of polyhedron. And these 3D figures, cones, spheres, and cylinders, these are not polyhedrons or polyhedra because they are not made up of polygons. One cube, cuboid, pyramid, and prism. These are some examples of polyhedron. Although this is a cuboid and this is called cube and this is a prism, this cube is also a prism. Similarly, cuboid is also a prism, but this cube and cuboid are special name of a prism, which is of course a polyhedron, and this is a pyramid and this is also a polyhedron that we'll discuss very soon. Sphere, cone, and cylinder, these are not polyhedron because they are not made up of polygons. Now we'll discuss about prism. What is a prism? Prism definitely is a polyhedron, and the speciality is it has congruent parallel polygonal faces. There are 2 faces and they are parallel and congruent, and there are other faces and those faces are parallelograms. For example, this one is a prism and it has a triangular face 1 and triangular face 2, 2 faces, and these 2 faces are parallel to each other and they are congruent. And this is a square prism. This face and this face are congruent and they are parallel to each other, and these faces, they are parallelogram. It may be rectangle also, but rectangle is also a parallelogram. And this is not a prism. This is not a prism because this does not fulfill the condition of congruent faces, opposite congruent faces. This is not congruent to this face and this is also not parallel, and more than that, this is not a parallelogram. This means other faces must be parallelogram. This is of course a prism. This is a pentagonal prism because base faces are pentagonal in shape, so this is called pentagonal. And this is also a prism because this is parallel to this and all the other faces are parallelogram. So what are the conditions? Ends are identical, that means congruent and parallel, and these ends are not identical. And base may be any polygon, and polygon may be regular polygon or irregular polygon. You see, this face is irregular polygon, but still it fulfills the condition 1 and 2, then that is why it is a prism. This is a regular polygon, but opposite faces are not parallel and congruent, so this is not a prism. You can see in this figure also, This is a triangular prism. This is square prism or rectangular prism. This is not a prism. This is a hexagonal prism, and this is a heptagonal prism. Now coming to this one. Here you can see this face is parallel to this face, and also they are congruent. But the other condition, that means other faces are not parallelogram, and condition 2 is not fulfilled, so this is not a prism. So you can visualize the faces of the prism. Of course, out of this one is not prism, that you may have identified already. This third one is not a prism, and all others are prism. This is not a prism. And these are the faces. These are called faces. And these are the opposite faces. This is also called the base face. Now coming to the pyramid. Pyramid is also a polyhedron, and a pyramid is formed by connecting a polygonal base and a point called the apex. It has a polygonal base, and this is called the base of the pyramid. So this base is a polygon, and there are other faces, and this faces, base face is A, B, C, D, which is a rectangle. Other faces are triangle A, B, F, then again triangle B, C, F, again triangle or polygon C, D, F, again triangle or polygon D, A, F. And what is common among all these? This point F is common to all, and this is called the common vertex, and the common vertex is also called the apex of the pyramid. So that is said that connecting a polygonal base and a point called the apex, which is also the vertex. Now these are vertex, point A, point B, point C, point D, and point F, all are vertex. That common vertex is called the apex, and the line joining the vertices are called the edge. The base edge and the apex form a triangle, and this is called a lateral face. So what are lateral faces? All these are lateral faces. These are all lateral faces. So the base edge and the apex forms a triangle, and that is why this DA is a base edge and the apex, and this forms the triangle DAF. So it has 4 base edges, AB, BC, CD, and DA, and there are another 4 edges, AF, BF, CF, and DF. These are all other faces or lateral faces. Now, what are the points to be remembered? One base of n sides. All pyramids have a base of n side. So n side means it is an n-gon, or it is a polygon of n numbers of sides. It has lateral faces, and lateral faces meet at a common vertex. Here the common vertex is point F or vertex F, and that common vertex is called the apex of the pyramid. The edge between lateral face and the base is called base edge, that I have already mentioned. The base edge is common edge between the base and the lateral face is called the base edge. Types of pyramids. Pyramids are generally classified based on the name of the base. If the base of the pyramid is a triangle, then this is called a triangular pyramid, and if the base is a rectangle, then it will be called a rectangular pyramid, and if the base is a pentagon, then this is called a pentagonal pyramid. So in this first example, this is a triangular pyramid because the base of the pyramid is a triangle. And triangular pyramids are also called the tetrahedron. I have mentioned earlier, tetra means 4 and hedron means faces. So tetrahedron is a pyramid having 4 faces, and out of this one is base face, other 3 are the lateral faces. Now the rectangular pyramid, because the base is a rectangle and other faces are lateral faces, so this is called a rectangular. If the base is a square, then it will be called a square pyramid. And if the base is a pentagon, then this will be called a pentagonal pyramid. Similarly, there may be hexagonal, heptagonal, octagonal pyramids, and so on. Now, pyramids are also classified as regular pyramids and irregular pyramids. The regular pyramids are pyramids whose base is a regular polygon. For example, this is a regular pyramid because the base is a square and square is a regular polygon. So this pyramid is a regular pyramid. And the second one is irregular pyramid because the base is a quadrilateral and it is not a square or so. So this is called an irregular. So regular, irregular depends only on the base of the pyramids. Now there are also right pyramid and non-right or oblique pyramids. Now what is a right pyramid? In a right pyramid, the apex of the pyramid is aligned above the center of the base. So this is the center of the base and the apex and center, they are at right angle, and that is called aligned above the center of the base. The line joining the apex and the center of the base is at an angle of 90 degree with the plane of the base, then that type of pyramid is called right pyramid. This is also a right pyramid. The base is a triangle and this triangle is an equilateral triangle. Triangular pyramid or this tetrahedron is a right pyramid because the center of the base is aligned with the apex. That means they make an angle of 90 degree. The line joining the apex and the center of the base makes a 90 degree with the plane of the base. So these types of pyramids are called right pyramid. And what is an oblique pyramid? In this pyramid, the base is a square, but the base is not aligned above the center of the base, and that is why it is in an oblique position. The line joining the apex and the center of the base is at an oblique position. So this type of pyramids are called oblique or non-right pyramid. So the condition of right pyramid and non-right pyramid only is one thing, whether the apex and the center of the base is at a perpendicular position or not. Now one special type of pyramid, that is the right regular pyramid. So this type of pyramids fulfills two conditions: condition for right pyramid and condition for a regular pyramid. This is a triangular pyramid. That means the base is a triangle, and at the same time the triangle is an equilateral triangle. So this is a regular pyramid and the apex is aligned above the center of the base or center of the equilateral triangle. So it fulfills two conditions. Number one, it is right. Number two, it is regular pyramid. So this is called right regular pyramid. Now this is a square base pyramid. So square is a regular polygon and the center of the square is at an angle of 90 degree with the line joining the apex and the center. So it also fulfills two conditions. That means the condition of right pyramid and condition of regular pyramid. Now this is also a right pyramid in solid form. This is also a square base pyramid, and in solid form you might be thinking of the pyramids of Egypt. I have a question. Now what type of pyramids are the pyramids of Egypt? The answer is The pyramids of Egypt are right regular pyramid, and not only this, one more condition, it should be a square base pyramid. So pyramids of Egypt fulfills three conditions, 2 and 3. Number one, it is right pyramid. Number two, it is regular pyramid. And number three, it is square based pyramid. Now more about pyramids. If a pyramid has base of n sides, for example, this is a rectangular pyramid, so it has 4 sides, n is equal to 4. Then number of vertices, v is equal to n plus 1. So what is v? Number of vertices is equal to, here you can directly count, a 1 2 3 4 and 5. There are 5 vertices, so this v is equal to 5. So 5 is equal to 4 plus 1, that we can say this is n plus 1. Now number of faces, how many faces are there? In this case, the base face ABCD, and there are 1 2 3 and 4 other faces. So number of faces f is also equal to 5, and that is equal to 4 plus 1, and that is n number of sides of the base face plus 1. The number of edges E. So how many edges? AB, BC, CD and DA. These are 4 edges, and again AF, BF, CF and DF. So number of edges E is equal to 8 numbers of edges, and that is equal to 2 into 4 is equal to, and that we can say twice n. Now what is n or what is 4? It is the number of sides of the base polygon, and in this case the base polygon is a rectangle, so it has 4 sides. So if that is so, we can make a formula: f plus v is equal to n plus 1 plus n plus 1, and that becomes twice n plus 2. So we can rearrange this: f plus v minus e is equal to 2. F plus v is equal to n plus 1 plus n plus 1, that is equal to twice n plus 2. And twice n plus 2, what is twice n? Twice n is equal to e. So from this you get a formula, that is f plus v minus e is equal to 2. So this is the formula given by Euler, and it is popularly known as Euler's formula for pyramids. F plus v minus e is equal to 2. F is number of faces, v is number of vertices, and e is number of edges. So in the next class, we'll discuss about net of a solid. So any solid can be unfolded. The surfaces can be unfolded. You may have the experience of unfolding a cartoon. So like this only. This is a cube. If you unfold this, then you will get, these are the surfaces that will be generated. And this is called the net of the solids. You can unfold in different way also. But finally, ultimately, what will you get? If you unfold, you will get the total surface area of this solid. And that we'll discuss in our next video. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to encourage me to make such video in the future also.